Hey guys, Gino and Sam back to review the week. It was a bit of a quiet week, so we're going to just go through what happened and we're going to go through what we're looking forward to next week. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and we are not financial advisors. This is all for entertainment purposes only. So guys, to start off the week, Planet 13 earnings came out during the week for Q1 2021. People were disappointed in their earnings. Their revenues were 23.8 million. People were expecting about 30 million. This is up 41.8% though on last year,
which is definitely nothing to sniff at either.
It's excellent. Like, I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed in 23.8.
But some people were.
Yeah, and but we also know what's coming in Q2. Like they had their record day. I was listening to the call and they were saying that this month is actually set to beat last month, which was their record month.
Yeah.
So we're looking pretpretty good. The Orange County Superstore should be opening up in Q2 as well.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Cash wise, they've got loads of cash. 141 million in cash, up from 79 million.
So you can expect more things, like more expansion, like into other states that legalize.
Yeah, there was a mention in New York on the call, nothing official, but there was a mention in New York on the call.
Yeah.
They also said they're adding 43 new cash registers to their Las Vegas property, and I think there's over 100 going to be in the Orange County property. So this is so huge. Like, if you haven't seen these places, look them up. They're gigantic. They're like big shopping centers. Like, they're really crazy.
Yes, that kind of wraps up Planet 13. So the next one is like one of our stocks. Well, my stock. Gino actually doesn't own this one personally, but it's Neo. So a lot of the retail traders and stuff, you'd all know Neo, and they've really been on a tear over the last year as a competitor to Tesla in China. So they just announced with JAC, which is their factory that they contract out a lot of the building of their cars to. They've increased their manufacturing capacity to double what it was previously, which is huge for Neo over the next year as they look to expand not only in China, but they're going into Norway as well, which I think is going to be their first European hotspot. So that was really good news, and it was reflected in the stock price. They got a move of over 13% for the week, which is really good, considering it's had a bit of a hard time recently. Yeah,
that manufacturing's gone from 10,000 cars to 20,000 cars a month.
Yeah.
By the way, so that's a lot of cars. That's a lot of cars to be pushing out. It's a huge amount of cars, in fairness. So that's pretty impressive. Pretty good stuff. The next topic. So, big movers. AMC up 200% this week. Well, just below 200%. AMC is a cinema company in the US. It's got the most cinema screens in the US. AMC, they had this happen before with GameStop.
Yeah, they kind of move
bets.
They move hand in hand, really. Like GameStop and AMC, they both have heavily shorted positions from hedge funds, and retail investors. Now that we have all this information at our fingertips, we can see what percentage they have shorted the stock at. So they're crazily shorting these stocks, and then retail investors, with the WallStreetBets army of people, are basically taking advantage of this and pushing that stock price up crazy. We didn't personally take part in it, but it's definitely something to watch. It's really
interesting. It's entertaining. It's interesting. If you read through the Wall Street Bets, they're all saying, "Joe, we're not going to sell this." Of course, they're going to sell it. We've got friends who bought in and sold it. No one's going to. Well, very few people are not going to take the gains from it. So it will come back down. But it is at this stage. It's just funny to watch to see. What's going on.
I don't understand why the hedge funds are still trying to
push against
short these stocks, when they already know what happened the last time. It just seems nonsensical, really.
So stocks that we own. So I'm going to just talk about a couple that I own. Sam's going to talk about a couple that he owns that have been rebounding and doing quite well. So this week, Tesla up 8%. Not something we get too excited about. Tesla is up and down all the time. Long term, more goals for Tesla. CrowdStrike up 5.5%, which is pretty good. Nice move for CrowdStrike. Wynn Resorts up 4%. So these are my big tourism play. I've been buying these since they were pretty much at their lowest in the 70s. So I'm really excited, up 4%. And if Wynn just kept going up and up, I'd be pretty happy with that. Dividends will come back into play soon. Vegas is up 100% capacity. Hopefully Macau starts getting back at it soon. Tattooed Chef only up 4% this week, but That's 19% in the last month, so that's a nice move. But a potential
there's
short
a bit,
squeeze,
there's a bit of a short squeeze going on there as well. Like it was attracting a bit of short interest as well with a lot of the other SPAC names. Like
just short interest, just for anyone that doesn't understand that's just people betting against. So for anyone who doesn't, that's shorting a stock is betting against a stock, so betting that stock will go down, and people will push against that, so they will have to keep buying the stock to make sure their position doesn't disappear.
As well with with my stocks, like so I've Upwork and Revolve, like are my two best picks for this week. They were both up 15% each, like, which is a great move for them. They both had a bit of hardship over the last while as retail names have left. And this is also kind of really reflected in the crypto market. We can't say it's definitely happening, but a lot of the crypto is doing poorly, and a lot of these retail names from over the last year are starting to perform well again. Like, so people are maybe taking their profits out of the crypto and moving it back into the retailer names in the stock market. Like, so look, things are always rotating, things are always changing. Like, so it's difficult to keep on top of all of these things, but it's definitely something that we have spotted that is happening.
And this, just watch out for Sam's video next week. Is going to talk about diversification. Like, we didn't really take a hit either times. When the stocks were down, we were happy because we had cryptos. When the cryptos are going down now, we're happy because we've been buying stocks. So you'll see all that in Sam's video during the week. Just a light bit of news as well. Just with the US, they're pretty much all reopened, like with just a few states left to go. Europe has a travel plan set to go ahead for this summer as well. Like, so it's time to start watching a lot of them tourism stocks like Ryanair, Airbus, Boeing, all the American airliners, and then you've got like Wynn Resorts and other hotel brand names and the cruise liners as well. Like, so it's definitely good to start watching them stocks as our business picks up, as the COVID restrictions start to end. Like 100%, and then lastly, look guys, going into next week, we've got CrowdStrike's earnings coming out. So we both have huge positions in CrowdStrike. We do love that company, in fairness. We have their earnings coming out this week, and otherwise,
there's one thing that came to this fruition towards the end of the week. This week, Biden has put together a $6 trillion spending plan, like, which is crazy amount of money. This is like mass printing of money like we've never ever seen before. It's quantitative easing at its finest, pretty much, and this is going to increase inflation. Like, the more money you put out there, the more inflation is going to happen. Like, so the US is currently at its highest level of inflation since 1992, and this spells well potentially for cryptocurrencies. As inflation happens more, people turn to alternative assets like cryptocurrencies to try and hedge against inflation, and it's definitely something to keep an eye on, whether he gets this bill over through Congress or not. Like, but I'd imagine there probably would be a lot of backlash from Republicans and stuff. So look,
it'll be interesting to see like
how it pans out.
And it would be a real test for Bitcoin, because people talk about Bitcoin being a good store of value. So it'll be real interesting to see how that plays out. Obviously, we hope that it works that way, but we'll just have to wait and see. So
look guys, that just brings us to the end of the video, and please just remember to hit that like button, give us a subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Like, it all helps us out growing this channel. We've had a great first week and a half on YouTube, and look, we hope it continues. Look, and we'll see you in my video that'll be coming out on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Thank you guys.
Great stuff guys, thanks very much.